Good evening. Happy Friday. This is the Terminator build. I've forgotten what I was going to say then. What a day. Yeah. Terminator today. We're going to do 61. Again, as normal, I'm going to just see how far we get with the time we've got. So it could be a mammoth build. We could only get a few issues done. Let's just wait and see what happens. But before we crack on with the show, I'm going to go through my guests. So as always, we've got Build with Adrian.
Thank you, Horlicks.
And see, we'll be doing our cameras and whatever and everything behind the scenes. We've got Mark's Mods.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, I know I changed it red for tonight to match the Terminator eyes.
I was going to say, oh, that looks different.
Yeah, I thought it would be a bit of a gimmick. So I can change it all different colours. So I thought, right, I'll change it red for tonight for the Terminator eyes. So yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Why not?
Yeah, that's what I did with. Oh, wrong one. That's what I did with. Wrong one. There we are. That's what I did with in my old house when on my DeLorean videos. I don't know how far you are with them. So I know you said you were watching them or the R2, but at some point I changed the room round and had a bookshelf behind, and I put lights in and changed all the colours. But now they're onto the telly.
What I've done is I've stopped watching them, and then when I catch up to where I've seen up to, I'm then going to watch the videos before I do my build.
Oh, I see. Yeah, makes sense.
So build along type thing.
So yeah, back with the Terminator. We are on issue 61. I don't know what's going to come. It's a complete surprise to me, but I know Adrian probably does, and Mark actually. What issue are you up to, Mark? Now? Can't remember.
Now you're asking something. Hang on a minute. I think I'm up to 84. I think.
I'll just ask Adrian. He knows.
Hang on, I'm just going to my channel now. 84 was the last one I did. Yeah.
Okay.
You release them a week late, don't you, Mark?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I try and release mine to the ones that are going to come out in the shops, and then people can see it. But I do a schedule thing where my videos are all come out on specific days, so you'll get a specific build for that day. So it's just the way I work it.
Cool. So since last week, I've made more improvements to the camera. I've got this little special connector, so I'm now getting 60 frames a second. So hopefully, it's going to be really clear for you.
Yeah.
What I can see here looks amazing, crystal. But obviously, I don't know what you viewers are seeing. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
So let's
got a tiny bit. Yeah, I'll just do this tiny bit of chat. So Yorkshire Crafter says hello, everyone.
Hi, Yorkshire Crafter.
Hi, Yorkshire Crafter.
Hi, dear. And we've got P40F20. Hi, all.
Hi, P40. Thanks for coming and joining along.
Yeah. Hi, P40F20.
So yes, 61.
Yeah. Better get my glasses on.
Yo, let me get this right. There we go. Look, I've got these posh new transitions, and they're, I'm trying to remember what the buttons do. So yeah, I haven't got my blades yet, so I'm just using the bottom end of this knife. You can just see the tiny bit of blade left on it.
Oh gosh.
Barely hanging in. I found the other bit that shot across the room. I nearly trod on it the other day. So I found it.
Oh dear.
But I'm waiting for new blades to come.
Right.
But,
okay, so issue 61 is building the knee joint, assemble the right knee joint and associated tendon.
Okay.
Okay, so Part 1 is knee joint.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's this piece is plastic.
Yeah. Okay, part 2 is tendon for right leg.
Again, that's plastic.
Yeah. Part 3 is joint centre parts times 2. Yep. And part 4 is 2 times PM 3 times 12mm screws, 1 spare.
There you go.
Okay. It also says you will also need a fine crosshead screwdriver, gel type super glue, and a cocktail stick.
Okay, so I've got some new cocktail sticks. I've got thousands of them, just in case I run out.
In a modeller's workshop, you can never have enough cocktail sticks.
No, that's right. Right, so PM 312. I still need to get that thing out. I'm really, really bad.
Label maker.
Yeah, I still need to dig it out.
I need to order one.
So.
Okay. So step 1 is take the first centre part, part 3. Note that it has 4 raised studs which will fit into the recesses in part 1. Apply a little super glue to the sides of the raised studs.
Okay, I'm going to crack out. I'm going to treat myself to a new cocktail stick. Nice. Okay, so I've got my glue. I've actually got the ones ordered from the range. They came.
Okay.
But I'm going to use up the rest of this gel here first.
Yeah.
As it's open. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue. Hopefully you can see and the light's all right.
Yeah, it's fine. Camera's crystal clear.
Okay, that's that part.
Step 2, take part 1 and identify the 4 sockets for the raised studs on part 3. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then step 3, fit part 3 into place on one side of part 1, ensuring that the studs are in the recesses. The centre of the joint, part 3, is not able to rotate when it is correctly positioned.
Done.
Okay. Step 4 is turn part 1 around and repeat steps 1 and 2 to fit the second part 3 in place on the other side of the knee joint.
Okay. Okie doke. So going to fit that into there.
Yeah. Because step 5 is just, this shows the second part 3 fitted in place in the centre of part 1. Check that part 3 is fully inserted. Yeah, it should be go down a bit.
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Okay.
Yeah, okay. And then step 6. Take the tendon, part 2, and the PM 3 times 12mm screw, part 4. Note that the orientation of part 1 Identify the fixing point for the round end of part 2 on part 1 circled. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
And then step 7, use a fine screwdriver to fix part 2 in place on part 1, as shown using the PM 3x12mm screw. Do not over tighten, as the part should be able to swing down. Arrow.
Okay, I'll see. So what's really strange is, obviously we always say like the like PM screws are for metal and stuff. This is going into a plastic piece.
I think with the Terminator, it's more to do with the thread of the screw.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it doesn't really want to go in any more than that. There's quite a lot of play, but obviously that needs to move. So
yeah.
Okay,
and that is stage complete. Part of the knee joint has been assembled.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, I forgot how quick some of these were.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we're moving on to issue 62, and that is fitting the kneecap and knee joint. Attach the kneecap to the right knee and assemble the entirety of the right knee joint.
Okay. So these are the parts we've got.
Yeah. Okay, so part 1 is knee joint. Yeah.
And that's plastic.
Yeah. Part 2 is outer right knee cap. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Okay. Part 3 is inner right kneecap. Yep. Okay. Part 4 is joint centre parts times 2.
Okay. I've got one.
And they're not showing 2 in the magazine, so that could be a typo. Yeah.
I'm guessing it probably is, because I'm guessing that will go into there.
Yes.
Yes.
And there is nowhere else for anything else. So
Yeah. I think we're correct. It's a typo. Okay, so part 5 is 4 times PM 3x6mm screws, 1 spare. So it's the shorter out of all of them.
okay. Where's my knife gone? There it is. Okay, so PM 3.6, 1 spare. So yeah, there's 4, 1 spare.
Okay, I'll just bring in this comment because it's relevant. So Penny's Pit Stop says it is a typo. I've only just made this issue myself for my channel.
Ah, okay, cool. Thank you for confirming.
Okay. And then part 6 is 2 times PM 3x12mm Allen screws, 1 spare.
Okay. There we go.
Okay. Right, so, oh, bless. Penny's put, anytime, honey bunny. Okay, so step 1 is take the joint part 1, and the joint centre part 4. Note that it has 4 raised studs which will fit into the recesses in part 1. Apply a little super glue to the sides of the raised studs.
Okay, so that's going to go in there. I'm just going to put some glue around there. There we go.
Okay.
So that's going to fit.
Yeah, so step 2 is fit part 4 over the shaft of part 1. Ensure that the studs are correctly located in the recesses.
Oh, that sounded quite satisfying. There's a little squelch of glue.
Penny's got a name for that. Something about glue squelching.
It made this funny noise. It was like quite satisfying.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that part inserted.
Okay, so step 3 is take the 2 parts of the kneecap and check how they fit together. 2 hollow pegs on part 2 fit into the sockets in part 3. Apply a little super glue to the inside of the sockets in part 3.
Okay, so that would obviously go in that way. You can't get it in the wrong way. It's impossible because one of the shape and the and they won't line up. So we know we're going in. That way.
Yeah.
And then it's just a question. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to add some glue then. I might need to add a little bit more now. Okay.
Okay, so step 4, fit part 3 into the back of part 2.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, step 5 then. Take the knee joint from issue 61 and check how the kneecap assembly fits on the part. A tab at the end of part 62.2 and the 2 pegs on the first side fits into the corresponding holes in part 61.1.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got
like
a little tab there that will go in there.
And then step,
yeah, and then 2 screw holes. Well, just 2 holes line up. So yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so step 6 is apply a little super glue to the sides of the tab and the pegs on the part.
Okay. I keep running out of glue on this tray. I thought I'd put quite a generous amount on. Just don't want anything coming loose. Okay.
Okay. So step 7 is fit the assembled part 2, part 3 in place on part 61-1.
Oh God, that's all right. Just a little bit of overglue. There we go. That's fine.
Okay. So step 8 is take the parts in step 1 and turn the assembly from step 7 on one side. Note there is a flattened section on the rim of part 1, blue arrow. This has to align with the kneecap, red arrow.
Underside.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Okay, and then it says step 9, fit part 1 into part 61-1 as shown and fix in place with 3 PM 3x6mm screws.
Okay. So this will not actually fit, obviously, if it's in the wrong way anyway, because of the keyway. So that's pretty.
It can only go in one way.
So that fits in really nicely there. And then the 3 screws.
The smaller ones, yeah.
And 3. So yeah, I'm just going to put them in. I'm not going to over tighten them because obviously it's plastic. There we go.
Okay, so you'll need your Terminator for the next step. So I'll read this out once you've got it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so step 10. Take the model assembly from issue 60 and lay it face downwards. Position the parts from the previous step so that the head of part 61-1 fits between the sides of the right thigh part. Note the orientation of the parts with the tendon uppermost in the orientation as you fit the head of part 61-1 between the sides of the part. Fit the tendon into the open end of parts 57-2 and 57-3 arrow.
Okay, so what I can see is that this is the open end.
Yeah.
And then it's going to go on this way.
Yeah.
But that up through there.
Yeah. Okay. Step 11 is this is how the knee joint is positioned, ready to be fixed in place.
Lovely.
Okay. So step 12 is take the sides of the knee joint assembled in issues 59 and 60. Note that the model is still lying face downwards. So, yeah. Okay. Step 13. The parts from issues 59 and 60 fit into the knee joint on either side when they are screwed together. They will hold the knee joint parts from issue 61 in place. Note that there is a notch in part 60-1 that fits into the recess in part 55-1 arrow.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I can see that there is a notch in the side. See if I can turn this around without the camera having a fit. There we go. So that's obviously going to go in.
Yeah.
Like so. Okay.
Think that needs to be a bit more flush, Horlicks.
Your middle section of the knee might need to go down a bit.
There we go.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so step 14. On the outside of the joint part 59.1 has a shaped rim that fits into the corresponding shape in part 55.1 arrow. It's like a speech bubble.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
And
okay.
that's gone in.
Okay, step 15. Fit the sides of the joint into the sides of the part and fit the Allen screw into the center of the part using the Allen key to tighten the Allen screw. So there should be a hole on that side. Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm going to use the Oreo because I think I've still got the Allen head on there from last week. Yeah.
I found that using the Oreo was better than using the Allen key this supplied. That's what's good about the Oreo. It's got quite a lot of heads you can use.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and that is stage complete. The knee joint has been fitted to the lower end of the thigh. This is the view of the right-hand side of the right knee with the model lying facing upwards.
Brilliant. So yeah, upwards would look like so.
Yeah. Okay. 63 then.
Okay, let me just grab that. Okay.
Do we need the mobs for this one, Adrian?
No, not yet.
No. No, it's them back three. Yeah, okay. So I was just looking at my foot. Well, not my foot, the Terminator's foot. Hang on a minute. Penny's Pit Stop says, check the movement on that knee. Too tight and it won't move. Too loose and it will flop.
Okay. Yeah, it's clicking into different places. So yeah, it's moving enough to click into place, but then it's not loose enough to flop about. So yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Okay. Okay, so list of pieces. Parts check. Part 1 is lower leg joint.
Okay. That's this plastic piece here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Part 2 is lower leg part. Yeah. Part 3 is sleeve for lower leg part. Yep. And part 4 is 2 times PM, 3 times 8mm screw, 1 spare.
Okay, there's 2 and 1 spare going in my box.
Okay, right, step 1. Take the leg part, part 2, and the sleeve, part 3. Note that there is a rib running down one side of part 2, and there is a notch in part 3, circled. Check how part 3 fits over the shaft of part 2 and slides down to the base. The inset shows you how the parts will look when fitted.
Okay, yeah. Like so, and then it doesn't move because it's locked into place with the groove.
Right, yeah. So step 2 is apply a little super glue to the tab at the end of the rib, the side of leg part 2.
Okay.
Penny says, beautiful Horlicks.
Thank you. Okay, that's the glue applied.
Okay, and then it says slide the sleeve down the shaft and fix in place as shown.
Okay.
Yeah. And maybe just hold that in place for a little bit, just until the glue goes off. A bit more.
Yeah, I think yeah, it went a bit loose quite quick.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Still loose, isn't it?
Okay, let's put a bit more on. Absolutely brilliant idea. Right, where's my knife? Gone. Oh, there it is. Half a knife. Okay, I'll leave that there for the moment just till that glues.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so step 4, take the lower leg joint, part 1. Note that there is a tab on the narrow end of part 2, which fits into a slot in part 1.
Ah, I see. So yeah, these 3 holes are the same.
Yeah.
And then you've got this key.
Yeah. Okay. So step 5, fit part 2 into part 1 as shown so that the tab fits into the slot circled. Fix in place with a PM 3x8mm screw.
Okay.
Yep, and that stage complete. The first steps have been taken in assembling the lower right leg.
Okay.
Okay.
Because we expect we'll be needing it very soon.
Okay, moving on now to issue 64.
64. Really getting through these now. Okay, 64.
Yeah. So 64, we are at right leg. Collect a shin piece and affix a new muscle element to the existing right leg assembly.
Okay.
Okay, so part 1 is shin piece. Yeah.
And that's plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part 2 is lower leg part. Yeah. Part 3 is screw housing.
Good.
Wow. And then part 4 is 2 times KM, 2 times 16mm screws, 1 spare.
Okay, let's go. KM 216. Oh, what's that? Yeah, I've got one of them.
Okay. So, step 1 then. For this next stage of assembly, you will need the parts assembled in issue 63.
Okay.
Okay. So, step 2. Take the leg part 2, and position it beside the assembly from issue 63. Note the orientation of part 2, the narrower end will fit against part 63-1 arrow. So it's like, yeah, that's correct. Okay. Step 3. Fit a KM 2x 60mm screw into the screw housing part 3. Okay. Step 4. Fit the end of the part 2, against the hole in part 63-1, as shown in step 2. Fit the screw and housing into the corresponding hole on the other side of part 63-1 and fix in place. Note that part 2 is not a tight fit against the part. It hangs loosely. So it's a bit like the I'm Horlicks.
Okay. So that's going to go in the one on the right-hand side of that leg.
Yes.
That's it, yeah. Actually, I found, not by having the screw in there, I actually pushed the little screw covering into the plastic piece, then I put the screw in.
Right, that makes sense. Let me just get the screw on the end of the driver, then I can push the screw back. Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Because that metal cylinder actually goes into the plastic piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, so that's got some movement on it. That's loose, but
That's meant to be like that.
It's said, yeah, it's meant to be like that. So yeah.
Okay, and that is stage complete. A second part has been added to the lower leg. Note that the part is quite loose fitting to allow for movement. The shin will be used in a future issue. Store the part safely.
Okay.
On to 65.
Wow. A little bit of a tidy up here. Okay. Oh, we got another surprise box.
Okay, so 65, adding another part to the lower right leg. Connect a third element to the lower right leg and apply both the external casing and shin guard.
Okay. Wow. Lots of screws going on. Okie doke. So.
Okay. So part 1 is lower leg casing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a really nice piece of detail. Again, plastic.
Yeah. You can't get the detail like that in metal.
No.
Okay, so part 2 is lower leg part. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, part 3 is screw housing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Part 4 is 2 times KM, 2 times 60mm screws, 1 spare.
Okay, there's 2. 1 spare will go in the box.
And then part 5. Part 5 is 2 times PM 3 times 8mm screws, 1 spare.
Okay, there's 2. 1 going away. There we go.
Okay. So, step 1. Take the lower leg assembly from issue 64 and the lower leg part, part 2. Position the parts as shown so that the narrow end can go into the socket in part 63-1.
Okay, so it's going to go that side, this one.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay. Step 2. Fit a KM 2 times 60mm screw into the screw housing. Part 3. Just like we did last time.
Okay.
And then step 3. Fit part 2 into the socket on one side of part 63-1. Insert the screw and housing into the screw hole on the other side of part 63-1 and fix part 3 in place. The part will fit quite loosely to allow for movement.
Okay.
Step 4 is this shows the 2 parts 64-2 and 65-2 in place on either side of the part 63-2. Note the circled notch. Okay.
That's right.
Step 5. Take the leg casing, part 1. Note that there is a double tab in the neck of the part circled and a hole halfway down the arrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Step 6. Fit the assembly from step 4 into the leg casing so that the notch circled in step 4 fits over the tabs circled in step 5.
That's right.
Okay, yeah. Oh, you can just see it going in just there.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a really nice fit as well.
Yeah. Okay. That was step 6. Sorry, step 7. This shows the leg casing part 1 in place. The neck of part 1 should be flush with the surface of part 63-1. Yeah. Okay, so step 8. Turn the lower leg casing assembly over. Take the shin piece supplied with the previous issue. Identify the 3 holes in part 1 where the pegs on the shin 64-1 will fit as indicated by the arrows. Check the fit. Note that there is a larger peg circled is a raised screw socket.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
There's a thread in there.
Yeah. Okay. When you are happy with the fit, apply a little super glue to the 2 pegs in part 64-1 and to the flat area of the tip of the shin.
Okay. Right, 1 second. Let's just see how this fits together. Oh, okay, yeah, that's quite a nice fit.
Yeah.
You might want to have some electrical tape handy, by the way.
What it means, the tip of the shin, Horlicks.
Is that this bit up here?
Yes, that's going to need some glue.
Okay. So, put some on the pegs down here. And then I don't want to put too much because I don't want it to squirt out the end. Okay.
Okay. And then step 10 is fix the shim part onto the leg casing as shown here.
You might want to tape down that little tip.
Yes, good tip.
It's a good tip. Tape down the tip.
Okay.
Okay, step 11. Turn the assembly over and take a PM 3x8mm screw. Fit the screw through the hole in part 63.2 and into the raised socket on the shim part 64.1. Fix in place.
So it's going to go in this hole here.
Yeah.
Okay, with that, it's still hanging out, but it doesn't really want to go in any more than that, so I'm not going to push that anymore.
It really should go in a bit more, Horlicks.
See how loose it is?
Yeah, there's a massive gap.
Well, let me undo it.
That shim piece should fit flush.
That's as far as it goes down.
It should sit flat.
Mark, there's a bit of a gap on my one.
There's not a gap on my one. Penny says the shin looks okay. Hang on. Penny says the shin looks okay. It's a screw that looks like it should go in more. The screw head should sit a little proud, but you shouldn't see any screw thread.
I mean, looking at the post, I mean, it doesn't look like that on this one will go down anymore because of the size of the hole, but
I don't know. Penny says, is that electrical tape stopping it from pulling down?
no, it's not. It's only just holding the top bit on there.
Well, that looks flat now.
There's still a gap. See?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've got a little gap. I think it's right, Horlicks. It's me. I'm being an idiot.
But no, I mean, it was definitely worth checking because the screw didn't want to really go in anymore and it was still loose.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Right, yeah, it's right, Horlicks.
Okay, well that's better than it was. I've unscrewed it and done it up again, and it's moving everything, so there's not as much play in there as there was.
Right, yeah.
I did get an extra turn on that, so I'm going to go with that then.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that's now stage complete.
Lovely.
Further parts have been fitted, have been added to the lower right leg.
Brilliant.
66, all the sixes.
Okay.
Got quite a few parts in this next one. Penny says that looks okay now, exactly like mine.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. Good. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, come on. There we go.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so part one is cap for lower leg part.
Okay, so we've got two here.
It's the one on your left.
This one. No, this one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Okay, and then two is the other one, lower leg part.
So that's that one, and then this one.
No, the one in your hand, Horlicks. The other one is part. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Part. I'm losing it. Yeah, part two is what you were correct.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's lower leg part, and then part three is cap for lower leg part, which is that.
Okay.
Okay. Part four is detail for leg casing.
So that'll be this one.
Yeah. And then part five is detail for leg casing outer. Yeah.
Okay.
Part six is screw housing. Yeah.
Okay.
Part seven is M3 spring washer.
Okay. Two of them. I'm guessing one will be spare.
It doesn't say in the instructions if one is spare.
Okay, I'll leave them out for the moment. And
Yeah. Okay, so part 8 is 2 PM 3x12mm screws, one spare.
oh,
Oops.
Oh no!
it's alright. It's just broken it a bit more. It's only my blade. It's so dangerous. Like, I need to get these new blades. Right. Don't use broken blades, people. Right.
Right, these are the smallest out of them size. Yeah, the thicker ones.
Those ones. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And part
one.
9. Yeah.
312, isn't it?
Yes. One spare.
Okay.
And then part 9 is 2 km 2x16mm screws, one spare.
What lovely. One spare.
Penny says, "Are you out of blades?" Question mark.
I've got some somewhere. I think they're in the shed. I can't be bothered to go through the shed to find them. I don't know why I put them in there, knowing that I'd be using it. But I have ordered some, and they should be here in the next day or two.
Okay.
So yeah, I have got. So I've ordered a box of 100.
Right. Okay, and we've got Fleetwood J. Hi all. Hope everyone's okay and good luck with your build, Horlicks. Sorry I'm late. I dozed off. LOL. Hi, Jason.
Oh, that's
Hi,
all right, Jason. Thanks for joining. I'd probably nod off as well. So no, it's fine.
Okay. So step 1 is take the lower leg part, part 2, and the 2 end caps, part 1 and part 3.
Okay. So.
Yeah, it's then step 2, fit the end caps, part 1 and part 3 into part 2 as shown. Yeah, you've got it the right way around, Horlicks.
That's a nice tight fit. There we go.
Okay. Step 3 is check how the assembly from step 2 fits into the remaining socket in part 63.1 as indicated by the arrow. Note that it is a part 1 that fits in the socket.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. And then step 4, fit a KM 2x 60mm screw into the screw housing, part 6.
Well, just slot that metal piece in that hole and connect them together.
That would go in there, but yeah, that's what I did on the last one. I pushed that in.
Isn't that a loose fitting? Yeah.
Then push that through.
Yeah.
And then you make sure it's engaged in the correct place.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just step 5, fit the screw and housing into the remaining outer socket in part 63.1, circled and into the top of part 1. Fix in place using a fine crosshead screwdriver. If necessary to help with the fit, temporarily loosen the PM screw fitted in step 11 of the previous issue. But I never found it a problem.
No. All
Okay.
good. It's all good. And this is loose like the other two.
Right.
Just going to double check that. It's tight. Yeah.
Okay. So step 6, taking care while using a craft knife, cut parts 4 and parts 5 from the frame and remove any rough edges.
Okay, so I'm going to cut it there. You can get really close with these. Yeah, it's so close. I don't even need to sand them. That is perfect. Okay.
Okay. Step 7. These parts fit into the recesses in the leg casing 65.1. Identify the pegs on parts 5 and part 4 and the holes that they will fit into and test the fit.
Oh. Okay, yeah, not too bad. That one's okay. Okay, yeah, that one's
Okay.
alright.
Step 8. One at a time, apply little super glue to the pegs on parts 4 and parts 5.
Okay, I'm going to do one at a time then. So a bit of glue on that peg and one on that one. Yeah.
And then step 9, fix parts 4 and parts 5 in place as shown.
So what I've noticed is it sort of goes down at an angle. So it's almost like you have to put it higher up and then sweep it and then just pull it down.
Yeah.
And then it sort of goes in. Then to get it out, you see, just push it upwards. So it's a little bit awkward when you've got glue on it, making sure it's in the right place. Okay.
Okay. Step 10. Take the model assembly from issue 62 and lay it face upwards on your work surface.
Oh, here we go.
Be prepared to start landing it.
Okay. Here's his leg.
Okay, here we go. Step 11. Right. Note that there is a screw socket on the end of the knee joint. This will fit into the central hole in the joint of the lower leg. Visible in the view of the parts from step 9, inset right below.
Okay, yeah, I see. So it's, yeah, just down there in the middle.
Yeah. Right, so step 12 is fit an M3 spring washer over the shaft of a PM 3 times 12 millimeter screw.
Okay.
Okay. Step 13. Without letting the washer slip off the screw, insert the screw in the central hole of part 63.1 and into the shaft of part 62.1. This is easier if you can raise the model so that the leg is sloping downwards. Tighten the screw to fix it in place. It may be easier to fit the part by also turning the model over.
So the only thing is, obviously you've got this raised bit here and on there. You would have thought that would sort of click, but it doesn't.
No, because it's got to move.
But you would have thought it would sort of snap into different positions. I thought that was the idea of them.
It might do once you've got it screwed in.
Yeah, there is that. I'm being a bit premature, but I'll just I'll put
You
the
can turn it slightly. Yeah, it is designed to do that, so you can actually roughly move your leg around, sort of thing.
Well, that's a bit awkward, isn't it? Oh, okay. No, it's all right. It's doing it now. It
Right.
clicks.
We've got Mark Knight. Good evening to you all.
Oh, evening, Mark. So,
Right.
yeah, that's gone on then. That's really nice.
Okay. Right. Horlicks, you might want to take it off.
Take it off.
Yeah, because it's going to be a lot easier to work on that lower leg with it off the Terminator, because then you're going to have to bring the entire Terminator to your desk.
Okay.
So mine and Adrian's, we both don't have ours on.
We actually did. Well, it's your choice. I actually disconnected at the knee joint.
What, here?
Yes.
I was going to say, because surely if you start building this up on the end, you're not going to be able to get the screwdriver back in.
Yeah.
So a bit like the arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. I think I feel more comfortable doing it from here as well, because there's a metal screw rather than plastic.
yeah. Plus the fact you're going to find you're not going to be using the Terminator body for a while now. So you can safely put that away.
Okay, so I'm going to screw these bits together so I don't lose the screw.
Right. Penny says, Horlicks, I know this is way off topic, but Model Space have just dropped a Black Friday sale. DC3 full kit reduced again from £649 to £259.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that.
And then Penny's put, hey Mark, I think she was trying to get my attention. Oh no, sorry, Mark Knight. That's what you're doing. Sorry, Penny. Mark Knight, I just need to get to grips as to what you're doing here. LOL. And yeah, it's Horlick talking about screwing again.
Yeah, so we're obviously on the Terminator leg. Yeah, it makes sense. I've just been advised to take this bit off so that we ain't got to keep moving the big body around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, I'm up for that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay, Horlicks, that is stage complete. The lower right leg has been fitted to the knee joint.
Okay.
Right. Do you want to carry on, or because the next bit is you're starting to work on the foot?
Oh, okay. Well, we've been going an hour, so
It's up to you, Horlicks. It's another sort of new section of it.
okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Let's leave it where we are then.
Right.
As that's the that's that bit, and then we can start the foot on next week's show.
Yeah, I'm just thinking break it down into sections.
Yeah, no, it's a good idea.
Next
It's not a
week,
race, so I don't need to get it done as quickly as possible. But
yeah.
but if this does seem like a nice way to end.
See, next week's show, you will need your upgrades.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I need to dig them out as well.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, you've done really well tonight. I mean, that's really coming along.
brilliant. I can't believe actually we've been doing an hour and 10 minutes. It's felt like about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that is a good place to stop. I think that's long enough for a stream. We've got 6 issues done, so or 7, 6. Yeah, 6. So yeah, right. Oh God, I'm still getting used to all these things. Yeah, no, that's brilliant. Yeah, so it's coming on really nicely. So I've got this bit's loose now. I've still got the arm in the box, which I'm still having a bit of a mare with, but it's better than it was. I've locked tightened all the screws up.
Yeah.
Left it about 2 weeks, and then one of them's come loose already. But I'm going to do it again when I know its final position.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Okay. I'll just catch up on chat. Matt Knight says at Penny's Pit Stop. So if you're in Gravesend, we'll have to arrange to meet if that's okay with you, hun. P40F20 says very nicely done, Horlicks.
Lovely, thank you.
And Matt Knight says at Horlicks, sorry I've missed the stream so far, bud.
No, that's okay. We've done quite a lot. We've done 6 issues, so I think you're right. This is a nice place to stop before starting on the. So
Wait, you think about it. You've done the kneecap and the lower leg.
Yeah. So no, I'm really happy with that.
Good.
So
fantastic.
So that's all the chat. So sorry, Mark, you've just caught us at the end. I mean, the way I do this show is sort of we start at 8 o'clock and see how we go, and how the time goes, and then like this. I didn't realise I was streaming over an hour now. We get to a point, and then it's obviously a nice place to stop. So, and plus the fact it's probably a good time to stop because I want all these bits to. I'm showing you the camera that's not on. It'd be nice to make sure all these bits are actually fully glued down.
Yeah.
All the parts we've glued onto here, it'd be nice to let them set before, because if we start working more on here, it might just knock them loose.
So the next bit you're working on will be that bit there. That's the next parts.
Ah, okay.
This bit on the bottom. You put them on. That's where your upgrades are.
Yeah, there.
To stop the wobble on them, and then you start working on the toes.
Oh, lovely.
There we go.
That's cool. A pair of feet there.
Trouble is, it's only 2 right feet, not
Yeah. Well, it's not a pair, but
we could make one of ours left foot. All you have to do is change the toes around.
Yeah. So no. Well, thank you very much for a good build again. And let me just pack this up.
Penny's Pit Stop says at Mark's Mod, would you recommend the Red Bull car? Yes, I would. But if I was to pick one of them between the Hummer and the Red Bull, I'd go for the Hummer. The reason I go for the Hummer is you can do your own colour on the outer shell, so you can customise it. So instead of the grey one that came with it, I painted mine black. So you've got more of a choice with that one.
Don't tell her that. She'll be having a purple one.
Probably. No, you shouldn't have said that, Horlicks, because she's now definitely going to get a purple one.
A purple Hummer.
Mark's Knight says at Mark's Mods. Penny's Pizza says thank you. And Matt Knight says at Penny's Pizza, why aren't you on screen, sweetheart? Okay.
I don't actually know, actually. I just assumed everyone was going to come in. I thought, I'm not sure what Penny's up to. She's probably tinkering with her electrics or something.
Yeah. Okay, YouTube schedule. Here we go. Tomorrow night, it's Horlicks again. 8 o'clock, issue 105 of the Routemaster, and he gets to finally tidy his wiring.
Yeah, a bit nervous about that. Not the wiring so much, but I'm a bit nervous about the other, because I think there's another panel, perhaps.
Yeah, you put on the panel that goes around the battery box. You put on the framework that goes around the battery box, and you put on a panel, so it could be a long one tomorrow.
Is there another panel to go on the roof as well?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm nervous about, because the front one has gone on, but I'm not sure about it lining up with the other one, so we'll see.
Sunday, I can now confirm it's the Spitfire show on Sunday. My Spitfire issues came in today, and we're now doing the Spitfire show on Sunday at 8 o'clock on my channel. It was cutting it fine, I can tell you that, because by tea time tomorrow, if they hadn't come, Dave's Hobbies would have been doing a live stream on Sunday. So it really cut it fine. So yeah, 8 o'clock on my channel. Monday is Chris Davies' World, and he's doing issue 2 of the Ecto 1. And then Tuesday evening, 7:30.
Me. And I'm doing the Friday issue for 17 to 20.
Right. Then Wednesday at 2 o'clock, Penny's Pit Stop and Yorkshire Crafter have got a dual stream going on with their diamond painting show. That's on both their channels, so check that out. Then Wednesday evening, it'll be Penny and Horlicks on the Parkwork show doing issues 101 and 102 of the Routemaster. So be sure to tune in for that one. That's on Penny's Pit Stop's channel at 8 o'clock. Thursday is back around to me again on 110 of the Routemaster on Thursday at 8 o'clock. And then that leaves us back to 8 o'clock on Friday, where Horlicks will be carrying on with issue 67 of his Terminator.
Yes.
I didn't think I did too bad then.
No, very good.
So Penny's Pit Stop says, you may now be responsible for me spending an extra £110. Penny, for that Hummer, it is worth it. It really is. It's a superb model. I loved mine. I wish I'd recorded building it. You know, you can customize that Hummer shell to whatever you want it to be. It is really, really nice. We've got Bex that late. Hi, Mike. Hi, Mark. How is everyone keeping safe?
Yeah, all good. Thank you.
Yeah. Penny's Pit Stop responsible for you spending an extra 110. Well, all I can say is I'm worth every penny. Matt Knight at Bex that late. All okay here. Thanks, bud. Hope you're well. Bex that late says my wife is buying me the Ecto 1 Lego for me. So Ghostbusters Lego. And Matt Knight says at Matt's Mods, you need to ease off a bit, bud.
Yeah.
No. And then Adrian's put in is that the announcement sheet, Adrian?
Yes, it is.
That's the announcement sheet if anybody wants to check out the schedule for YouTube.
Lovely.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, so that being said, we'll end the stream. So thank you everyone for watching this evening. And I suppose this was quite a shortish little issue for me, but no, got a lot done. So really pleased with that. So again, thank you all for joining me. And I'll leave you with Adrian first.
Thank you, Horlicks. Yes, thank you everyone for watching and commenting on Horlicks' channel tonight. Thank you, everyone.
Lovely, thank you. And then also we've got Mark.
So give Horlicks a big thumbs up. He's done really well tonight with his Terminator build. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow when Horlicks is doing his Routemaster issue 105. And I recommend at Horlicks you go through the magazine first.
Right, okay.
Do your research on it.
Will do. I'll have a look.
Yeah.
Lovely. So, on that note, it's a good night from us. And I will see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock for some Routemaster.